Hey everybody, this is Ariel Posen. I'm here in Swindon at the Victoria with the Guitar Magazine, and we're doing a little rig rundown, if you will, for this current tour with Josh Smith, which we're having a blast on. Let's start. As a lucky guy, I'm fortunate to be using a Two-Rock Classic Reverb Signature 50 watt, as well as a Victory V40 Deluxe in stereo. No wet dry or anything, just both with reverb cranked, both loud. Can't go wrong with that. Loving that. And I'm playing a Suhr Classic Antique Custom, which has kind of been one of my main guitars the last couple of years. SSV in the bridge, MLs, you know, a refined Strat, if you will. I also have a Collings 360 LTM, which I'll get to after because it's quite different. But why don't we get started? I got a little pedal board here. I have a big one at home back in Canada with a G2 switcher on it and a bunch of pedals. For this tour, I really wanted to have something small, but with the same amount of power essentially and the same amount of pedals that the big board has. So I was talking to my friend Dan Steinhardt from TheGigRig, and I told him about the idea. I was given this board by Caseman. My friend Jack Hudson from Australia gifted it to me, and it's the exact same size as a Pedal Train Metro 24. And I was like, how can I do this? I want to have as many pedals as I can, and I had this vision of putting some pedals underneath it. So I think you guys will get a better view of it after, but basically I've got the pedals here, and then I've got 3 other pedals under here, as well as the whole power supply. I'll let you get a proper shot of that after. It just allows me to have the Quartermaster switcher from GigRig on there, and just maximizing all the real estate I can, and having the most with the smallest size board that I could find. So that's working nice. Why don't we just go in order? This is just clean into the Victory and the Two-Rock. So fairly clean, not too dirty. That's wide open as well. Gets really quite. Okay, so that's that. First thing we got is you can't see it, but you'll get that shot, I promise, is a Tronics Octa Hive, which is currently my favorite Octavian pedal. Sounds a little like this. It's a great one because it just cleans up a lot when you turn it down. And polyphonic chords to a degree. etc., etc. A lot of fun. The next thing I got here is the King Tone Silicon Fuzz by Jessie Davey. Sounds huge. Kind of sounds like this. Let me tune that up. You guys paid good money to see this. Let me redo that. So just like the Octa Hive, well, not quite, but you turn your volume down and it goes from this craziness to perfectly clean. It's only about 5. Off. On. So you can get like from big to small in a pretty small increment on your guitar. Okay. After that is this has kind of been my leave on the whole time pedal, specifically with the Collings on this tour. This is the Hudson Broadcast, which is kind of like a germanium Neve style crazy sounding box. I have it set like this. And I don't really use this function, but it's got another stage, essentially. Goes from that. Did not mean to play Star Wars there. Sorry about that. So that's the Broadcast. Another one that's under the board is the Cornerstone Antique, which sounds like this. I actually use it a lot more with the Strat or with the Suhr. Kind of as an always on. Sounds like this without it. Low gain kind of thing. Just really nice, pretty mellow. But let's say you leave that on and you put the Broadcast, you hit it with the Broadcast. Or the Jessie Davey there. It gets pretty warm, but it just makes for a really nice combination. Anyways, that's a lot of fun. Got the Jackson Audio Prism, which I'm just using as a clean boost. When you're playing with the band and you can't hear yourself and you just need something to take yourself up a few dB to be heard, I use that. Anyways, clean boost. Okay, I'm sure you guys have seen this one. This is the Strymon El Capistan, which I also use fairly simply. Also using a TC Polytune, which I haven't mentioned. Okay. Yeah. Pretty simply. And then I often, actually more so, use it as a slap. Right? A lot of fun. This is the Walrus Audio Monument. Now I'm a big fan of harmonic tremolo, and I have a Victoria Reverberato, which is about the size of a plexi back home, and it's not as easy to take on the road as I like, so I use this thing. It does a very nice and subtle harmonic trem. So that's that. And then last but not least, I have the new Walrus Audio Fathom, which is just a really nice reverb. It's really nice, reacts to what you're doing dynamically, which I love. And I love like those freeze pedals, and it just has that function in it. So that's the whole pedal board. Let me quickly plug in the Collings so you can hear that, because it's a very different setup from this guitar, which by the way is just tuned to standard, 11 to 54 strings on there. Let me do a quick switch. All right, so this is my Collings 360 LTM, which is not like the usual ones they have, mainly because these are McNelly pickups out of Canada, which I'm really liking. These are like P90 soap bar type things. And this guitar is tuned to open C with 19 through 68 gauge strings. And I like this for a textural thing, and obviously for slide, it's a lot of fun. So here's how it sounds, without any pedals. So it sounds pretty warm, pretty full. Just a little rundown again with the Octavia. It's pretty nice. Because of the heavier strings and all that stuff, the lower tuning, everything just reacts differently to it. Okay, here's the Jessie Davey, which I really like with this guitar. Broadcast. Antique. Prism. Still a clean boost, you know. I actually think I have it set differently than I usually do. The trem is where I primarily use it with this guitar, actually. Yeah, and then the verb again is just. Yeah, that is the rig. Yeah, thanks so much for checking it out.